My family kicked me out of the house, and now that I'm a millionaire, they're asking for my help. I've been treated differently from my siblings since childhood, considering I was the only one who wasn't technically planned. My parents saw me as a mistake, unlike my siblings who were planned, and therefore were always the top priority for my parents. My father had a high-paying job, so my siblings received gifts practically every month. I, on the other hand, had to do odd jobs in the neighborhood to save money to buy the things I wanted, or ask my grandparents for money, who treated me much better than my own parents. My parents didn't like my grandparents, so the only contact they had with them was when they made me stay with my grandparents when they went on vacation with my siblings. Initially this made me very sad, but over time, the relationship I had with my grandparents grew stronger, to the point where I considered my grandfather and grandmother my true parents. When I turned 18, my parents, as expected, kicked me out of the house. I was already expecting it, so it wasn't really a surprise, and I had already talked to my grandparents about moving in with them. After that, I ended up cutting off contact with my family since I never really had any affection or closeness with my parents and siblings. 7 years later, my grandfather, unfortunately, passed away. 3 days later, my grandmother couldn't bear the loss and also passed away due to a heart attack. Naturally, I was devastated. None of my family members were present except for their friends and some cousins. A week later, the entire family, including my parents and siblings, went to the inheritance division hearing for both my grandfather and grandmother. My uncle got my grandfather's old car, my aunt received my grandmother's jewelry, and, to the surprise of my mother and siblings, they didn't get anything. The rest of the inheritance, including the house, my grandparents' new car, the remaining jewelry that wasn't given to my aunt, $2 million, and 3 other houses that my grandfather had been renting, all went to me at that point. A week later I received a call from a number I didn't have saved, and to my surprise it was my mother.